Here, and the stakes for the #1 seed in the East, like physically, as we take a look at our starting lineups presented by Care Business in one of the most difficult road environments. Mark Lindsay, our officiating crew, and we're off and running here in Cleveland. Darius Garland immediately looking for Mobley on the box, but it's deflected, and some of that significantly improved Pacers defense. Andrew Nembhard. So a stop at one end and a lay-in at the other for the Pacers.
Just not the start if you're the Cavs you're looking for. And if you're the Pacers, you want to come out with the same kind of force you had in display in Game 4. But how about Garrett Allen? Another big, who was a non-factor in their last game. I really feel like the Cavs have to establish, I'll give you a football term, their ground game. They've got to own the paint. That's going to be key here tonight.
Andrew Nembhard on the attack, couldn't finish with a left-handed scoop attempt. Strus. Allen, good activity, trying to keep it alive. Mobley, extra possession. Garland from deep. Misses badly, tracked down in the corner by Halliburton. First thing Kenny Atkinson said in our conversation with him, force and energy. We didn't play with either in Game 4.
And I was shocked. You know, not that they didn't win, but they didn't have a chance to win. We get a foul on him.
Talked about just how tough, there's no doubt, with the way his team looked in Game 4.
And Spiro, I'll be honest, every game from that point on has got to take the mindset of a Game 7. It's literally an elimination game. And whether you win or not is not the issue, but whether you compete at a high level is.
So Garland has missed his first two. It looks like Garland's got a little bit of a limp to his gait. We've seen him labor since coming back. Third game back from him since missing those 4 games. Remember, he was out more than 2 weeks. Here comes Donovan Mitchell. No limp to his gait at the start. The spin. And misses off the back rim. So the Cavs, one of their first 5 from the field. A couple of minutes gone by. Early stages. Into the corner. Siakam tees one up. And both teams cold at the start.
Yeah, a little bit of anxiousness, it feels like, on both sides.
Mobley playing with purpose here at the
resistance there, but he didn't get deterred by it. He stayed relentless on that attack to convert.
Andrew Nembhard, who's been such a catalyst, gets it to Halliburton. It rims out from deep, and the rebound knocked into the waiting arms of Max Strus. So Indiana, one of their first 5, as Halliburton. Allen gets it to Garland, who's going to get him reset, chased by Aaron Nesmith. Just so many perimeter defenders at Rick Carlisle's disposal. Mobley won't get a better look than that with Siakam pulling the loose change. Here comes Siakam, Euro step to the rack. Well, you should not be able to do that for a guy his size. What a finish by Siakam.
And you know that Siakam is a gamer. He has been in these moments before and has that ability.
Darius Garland trying to turn the corner. Cavaliers, some early offensive hiccups. Mobley steps back, so the Cavs are now 2 of 8 from the field, and they've missed their first 3 from deep. Siakam on the baseline, who will pull Turner.
Handed, no Sam Merrill tonight.
Will ever surpass Larry, but it's been for Carlisle as he continues to match wits with Kenny Atkinson. So Max Strus stays on the floor with 2. And obviously, when you consider what's at stake tonight for the Cavs, Kenny Atkinson and his staff going for broke. Donovan Mitchell working against Nembhard. Look at the defense by Nembhard, sticking with Mitchell, not giving him an inch.
And every shot thus far for the Cavs has been front rim. It's been short.
Miles Turner, a little bit too much. And Garland tracks down the long carom. Mobley, Mitchell from deep. Mitchell's had 1 good game in this series from 3. It was in that Game 3 victory in Indianapolis. This is Nesmith, corner 3, rims out, but a nice heady play by Strus to knock it out of the hands of Siakam.
Yeah, just a little hesitation there by Nembhard.
Here comes Mitchell, lopping from Mobley, and he's... Gee, it's just such a crazy moment that the Cavs are in tonight. Just think of this in franchise history, title hopes that were so strong in this city. And suddenly 3-1. How do they respond in this kind of a moment tonight? Turner poked away. Here comes Mitchell off to the races, to the rack, and he hits. Those two, and obviously Matherin's going to be hearing it all night here in Cleveland.
Yeah, and interesting also, he didn't go with T.J. McConnell as the backup point guard. Decided to go with the bigger lineup here and bring Mathurin in.
So it has been physical at the start. Both teams struggling from the field. Indiana, 2 of their first 10. Nembhard. So he's gotten now 2 of their first 3.
Had 3 attacks at the rim here to start.
5th among all postseason players this postseason in assists per game. What a player he's become for the Pacers. Mobley! Beautiful.
They were loaded up, 5 sets of eyes on the basketball, and when you get that as an offensive team, you've got to start cutting. Great job there.
Already the second basket for 21 points, his third 20-point game so far of this postseason. Here's Obi Toppin.
The possession to the Cavs.
So we hit the midway point of the quarter. Lead pass, Allen. So already the 2 bigs, Mobley and Allen, looking much more engaged than they did at any point in game 4.
I keep going back to it. That ability to put pressure on the rim, so important.
Garland lines one up on the weak side rebound by T.J. McConnell, who's checked into the game for Indiana. Aaron Nesmith dribbles around Hunter, taking flight. Nice challenge by Wade, but Nesmith is able to clean up his own mess.
How about the second effort there by Nesmith? He just continues to have a positive impact on the game, does so many things well for the Pacers.
Garland.
A change to the rotation the coach makes.
Or you find out about a coach who's thinking on a night like tonight. Mathurin, tough shot. He just kind of flung it up there, working against the very skilled defensive player, Isaac Okoro.
That's one of the advantages with Mathurin and Nesmith. They're 2 guys. They can both shoot the 3, but they can also be physical on the attack offensively.
So inside the 5-minute mark left in the quarter. Garland working against McConnell. Gets a screen, pulls up, mid-range J. So sweet from Garland.
And again, I like the aggressiveness. Even though shots haven't fallen, you still got to play the game that your team relies on you to play.
3-point lead for the Cavs. Darius Garland finally getting one. He missed his first 4 shots. Bryant, the spin, taking a little bit of contact from Hunter. No whistle.
You knew that early hit was going to be there from the Cavs. But now they kind of settled into the game, and they are right where they want to be.
Mitchell! It's done in this series, I think, to game 2.
Going in to affect your play, how physical you are, how focused you are.
About the 7:09 mark of the quarter. And he is still on that Pacers bench as we are inside of 4 minutes left. Mathurin steps into a 3, well short.
Altercation, right? I didn't think he handled the crowd riding him. It seemed to affect him, and that shot indicative of that as well.
With still 3 and change left in the quarter, Gia, you like this move?
I love this move. You win the night, you're going to have plenty of time to rest to get ready for the next round. I would say you tend to trust your best players, you know, because generally when you're a really good player, you understand how to make the adjustment when you're playing with foul trouble.